pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll call the regular meeting to order. Roll call, Corey, Jan, here, Greg, here, Kaisa, and myself is here. Item C, persons who have requested an audience with the board. Anybody on that list there, April? All right. That'll bring us to item 6, which is the consent agenda. Nope. Hold on. Okay. Thoughts, board, what's your wishes? No questions. Motion by Craig. Second by Kaisa. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Opposed would be nay. That is approved. Item 7, school board committee report. So the first one we have tonight is our committee meeting that was on July 24th, 2023. Who remembers that? Here.
That's when we went through all the different scenarios of what we wanted the map to try to place up.
I'm just gonna pull up the agenda here for our reference. So we did some facility planning. We reviewed the location of the school board meetings. Update, we decided to make a change. We looked at our 23-24 budget. We reviewed staff compensation, and that was that. So. And then our committee meeting tonight, we continued to update on facility planning. We talked and looked at the 23-24 school board work calendar. We looked at first reading of policy 7440.02, which is smart monitoring equipment. And then we touched on staff compensation. So, anything I missed? All right, that brings us to item 8, aligning and developing our facilities to best meet educational safety and security goals. Item A is the review and approve the school bus bid proposal. I believe it's attached.
Yes.
Steve received 2 bids. This is his recommendation. He's worked with this company before. They've been very happy with them. So this is the price per unit. He's recommending 3 buses for a total of $395,919 for next year.
And that's this year's budget?
Correct. Did I say next year?
No, I'm just clarifying.
Yep.
And I was here when they got the bids and it was really exciting. It was not exciting.
And that's what we had planned for. True?
I don't know if that's what the early discussions have been, but I do know that, we've been talking a lot about the extra $1,000 on the levy, and this would be a good use of those funds that we have to buy, get ahead on those bus purchases, so we're not always behind on the cycle that we have.
And we didn't get the 1 week order last year, right?
It's correct. It's, I believe December is the, that, and this is to say if we can even get these. I have to double check with Steve. I'm pretty sure we can.
When do they think we'll get these then?
I don't know if he had a time frame, but I can find out and I'll let you know.
Just curious. 25 a month or something.
All right. Or what's your wishes?
Hmm?
25.
That's what I'm thinking. It'll be, well,
So Shannon.
Yeah.
The other proposal is he bringing forth the best of the two, or?
This one was slightly higher. The other one was, 373, but they weren't necessarily apples to apples. This, bid offers about $2,000 per bus in, there were some extras that were added into the Nelson ones that brought that number closer together. The Nelson bid, the buses are a new type of bus that were just brought out this year, so we have some hesitation in going, I'm sorry, I said Nelson. in the, Bluebird one, that was the other bid. They're a new type of bus that was brought out this year, so we have some hesitation with going with that company because he has a pretty solid relationship with this company and knows the buses.
Because of the extra money, this will fit in the 23-24 budget.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Motion by Craig,
I'll second.
second by Cory. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed would be nay. That is approved. Item B, Osceola Hall of Fame update. You're up, Mary Shirley. Yeah, come on up.
Thank you so much for putting me on the agenda. And first of all, I would really like to thank you, the school board, for accepting a request to start a Hall of Fame program and then for supporting us. We really do appreciate it so much. And we've gotten a lot of support at the high school, which is amazing. So thank you. It's been a journey of researching, creating and composing, and embarrassing moments. In front of the school board, I give them a format and I forgot to take Prescott's name off of one line and it should have said Osceola, so that was a great moment. But it was fun to take their information in other schools and put it together to make it fit for our school. So it's worth the embarrassment. We've done a lot of discussing and compromising, stressing and enjoying the steps that we've had to take when it's a new program, and we're not sure we're still perfect. In fact, we know we're not, but we're really working toward it. And now we're just about there because September 15th, Friday evening, has been designated Hall of Fame football game, and we will be honoring our nominees that were accepted that evening. So we're really excited about it. We have 7 outstanding people to start with, and we had a few roadblocks along the way trying to get things online, et cetera, et cetera. Some of us are okay with online, and some have never done online, and so but we're working. The people that we have this year who will be inducted in our inaugural work are Bernie Miller, Pete Hamrood, Deb Rose, Louis Ingram, Wayne Tumforty, Jamie Wolter, and Jeremy Hill. So we have a very amazing mix. And it doesn't mean that there aren't other people, it's just a way for us to get started. And there are many more, and it's going to be very difficult to choose because there are many strong people who have gone through our system and are really flourishing as a result of it. I am so proud of our school district. And I'm not just saying that because of who you are, but I want you to know that comes from my heart. It hurts when things go wrong, but I love it. And it's been so beneficial to so many people. So I'm very proud of that. So through the donations that have come to us, we have been able to buy a touch board, and it's paid for. And it's being installed in the next couple of weeks, which is really pretty exciting. We can even afford the wallpaper that goes behind it, and any of the cutouts that go with it, so that is very special. So it'll stand out, and hopefully not take up too much room, because our school is very efficiently put together, and we didn't want to take up a lot of room with a great big glass case, etc. And besides, to have things in motion, from my experience with my grandchildren, is really important because you give them something electronic and they are all over it. And we would like the students in the school to be all over that board in a positive way, looking at these people and what they've done and knowing I can do things. I can do things like this. I can really excel. And that is very important. We also are hoping, once we get the board in, the wallpaper behind it, the whole thing, We do have people that can help install information, and we have information about the honorees that will go in. We also will honor the donors, those that want to be mentioned. We'll list them so that their names are there as well, because they've been really important to what we do. We'd also like to get some history though of the school in. So we're working on that and finding people who would be able to help do that, because how fun would that be? And can you imagine some of the stories that need to be brought back to life, like with a Bernie Miller and a Pete Cameroon and, you know, other people? It's just, it really is exciting and how fun, okay? And maybe there will be a high school class that even can get involved, and that's a great learning experience for them as well. You know, using verbiage, using the electronics, etc. So we're pretty excited. It sounds healthy to me so far, and I think it should be great. So the bios of the inductees will be on there, so kids can touch it and they can see and be able to look at that and experience that. So next, I would like to invite all of you to the festivities that we are having that Friday night. We are going to have a reception at the Art Barn. And a couple of reasons. We love our school, we love the auditorium. We didn't know if that was too big. And the opening area, the reception area is very nice, it's beautiful. I've gone to a lot of things there, but it's not always conducive to talking to a lot of people because it is long and angular, even though it's beautiful and well put together. And, can I say this? We might have adult beverages. You know, just a little, nothing over the top, but, you know, it's a celebration, so at the Art Barn we can do that. And they've already given us permission to do that, and they're really excited that we're gonna be over there and use it. And I think that that's a good extension of who we are also. Think of the people that we've had here that are running that and doing that. So that's why we're doing that. Then we thought that the football game would be in a great place for a lot of people from the community to see these people and what they've done and be able to celebrate. We've got the high school kids, we've got the parents, we've got other people that just come to watch. What a great opportunity for them to be a part of what's happening. We will be announcing the donors during the game, like at break times and things like that, so that complements them and how they've helped us. But then for the crowd to see this, I just think, how can that not be good? And then when you have Corey Schmidt as your MC, you know, it's just a win-win. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But we will give them scripts, so no worries.
Thank you. I wouldn't trust myself.
But anyway, so at the reception at the Art Barn, we're going to introduce the honorees. They will have 10 to 15 tickets of people that they'll be able to bring to that. Then we're getting help from Brooke and some other people with getting them down to the field, because a couple of them it will be challenging, but we're working on that. We've already talked with Scott about reserving space for the honorees and their crowd. No problem, he said, don't even worry about it. And parking spots for those that need it, so it'll be an easy transition for them to get down to where they are. We need to have them. So that'll be great. Then, after the football game, a little bit more adult time. We thought maybe the lanes would be a good place on their patio, because you can drink soda, you can drink adult beverages, you can do what you want, tell stories, laugh, smile. If the weather's not conducive, we have the Art Barn all night. They've been very gracious to give us that space. So we're real excited about that. So that's where we're at. I think we've done a lot for the first year, and we're certainly need improvements, and we'll take any suggestions that anybody has. Will be great, we'll do what we can. Hopefully the nomination process will be a little bit easier, and because we expose it to the crowd at the football game, more people will be aware of it and know, oh, how do you do this? How do you go about it? So it's good publicity in that way. And again, we are so grateful for your support and that you want us to do this. It's amazing. So thank you very much. Do you have any questions? Okay,
I when, you know, I know a couple of you weren't here when, the group came and presented us to it, to the board first. Mr. Newton goes on behalf of the administration and the board to kind of be there and help and orchestrate stuff with the school. You know, we have a few staff members that are on it, the committee as well. I did get invited to go to the June meeting, I believe, and I was just blown away at how much they had gotten done, the funds that they had raised. They're like, nope, we already ordered the board, it's coming, and I just thought, what a good, amazing group to be working so hard and getting it accomplished. I mean, I know that you're proud, Shirley, because I've known you. You were my teacher and I grew up with your daughter, and I know that you are so proud of our community, but to see it actually happening that fast and that efficiently and everybody working together was just so amazing. So thank you on behalf of all of us, because it's a great contribution to our community to recognize all people, athletics, scholars, people that have made an impact in our community, so.
I didn't bring that up. This isn't just an athletic hall of fame. We do not wanna focus just on that. Certainly that's important, but also other activities in high school, music of all kinds was really important. Forensics, prom club, FFA, FHA, there's so much that kids excelled in, and as adults are reusing. So we wanna make sure that we have opportunities for all of them, and we try to do that, as well as staff. And when we say staff, we're not just talking about teachers, principals, etc. We're talking about the whole crew that keeps everything going in the way it should. And Louis Ingram is a perfect example. Louis Ingram being a veteran, but also for me was wonderful because he became a custodian when I was just becoming a teacher, and wisdom from Louis was so invaluable, and I'm not kidding, it was so invaluable how he would deal with kids, and it wasn't, like crab at him, crank at him. Louis had a way of instrumentally getting them to do what he wanted, and that was really cool. So that part too, and thank you for bringing that up. I'm sorry that I missed that.
No, I'm just so proud of you guys and the work you've done, so.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing it.
I think one of my favorite parts is how this impacts so many generations. Because I remember, I mean, it goes to the middle schoolers, it goes to the high schoolers, because you've got middle schoolers in that building. Like, I remember being in school and thinking, someday I'll win the school board. And for a lot of years I thought, there's no way in hell I'm ever gonna be able to do that.
Yeah.
But here I sit, and I just think, it's not too young to get those kids involved. And all the way through, your grandpa's how old? 92. So,
Yeah.
and maybe there's older ones. It's so exciting to me, because it's all tied back to community. And I just think of how far you've come in a year, and you keep saying, we've got more work to do, we're not perfect. Well, for one thing, I thought you would be perfect, but besides that,
Oh dear.
think of what you learned and how far this can go. I just think it's exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. It really is exciting, and I hope people feel that.
I think they will.
It becomes
They'll
a
see
part
it.
of them. That's what's really important, is that comes out. So, I have the letter that we sent to our honorees, and I just thought I would give that to you. And then it has all the details in it as well, but just to give you a flavor of how we kind of gone about things a bit, so.
Will you let us know if you need help with any of the?
Oh, no worry.
I
I will.
Yeah.
That'll be great. And,
The
you know,
culture.
we're kind of excited.
I would be happy to help out.
We have a school board member as MC,
Yeah?
so that's really
I'm
cool.
sorry about that.
Well, he has to behave,
No, he's
so
not.
that's okay, he's awesome, and we're really excited, so.
Shirley, how did you get to 7, and is it always gonna be 7?
No.
Or are you gonna expand?
No, we had more, there are a few that would not be able to come, so, and they were so excited, and so we said, well, we'll wait till next year then, and they were good with that. So there will be, no, it can vary, it's just a matter of who is brought to us. Then we do some research, because you have to live up to what people say you are, and usually not an issue, but you never know. So we check into that to
You
make
got like
sure.
the Corey Schmidt.
Yeah. We're straightening him out along the way. We're straightening him out along the way. We love you. We love her. But anyway, so, it will vary, so, and, you know, we'll see how it goes. And, I gotta tell you, I am so excited about the touch board, because I have gone to schools, and here's the plaque, and it's like a tombstone. And I'm like, no, these are living legends that we want to be a part of us. And on the touch board, it comes to life. And we can have all these different pictures, like some of the pictures of these people when they were in high school are just wonderful. And here they're doing these crazy things that high school kids do to become good at what they do. So I'm so excited about that. I really have not been impressed with the other situation. It's just, we want this to be a living, moving, teaching situation, so really excited. Did I do okay? You gotta keep the grandchildren proud of you.
That'd be great.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thanks for all the time you spend with us. We appreciate it.
All right,
Well, thank you.
with that, we'll move on to item 9, which is aligning, developing, and supporting our staff. Item A is review and approve the 23-24 support staff compensation. So I, as chair, would like to make a motion to approve the support, staff compensation with the, verbiage that we will further correct and make sure our math is correct on which line, Shannon, Becky?
I don't think the math isn't necessarily wrong. I think there were some late adjustments that were made, and then just making sure that we're aligning and not, having some cells more than others. In particular, the kids club and then the paraprofessional.
Perfect. I will make that motion, that we will approve this as proposed with the addition of, we'll just look and make sure that those numbers are correct and stand correct.
I'll second.
Any further discussion or conversation?
So this includes those adjustments we made with that salary, or with compensation study,
Right, the compensation study's been included.
in the relevant
Yep.
pieces, and it puts us at the 75.
Puts us at or very close to the 75th percentile for all of the positions.
For all of the positions.
And the other changes, just to make sure that we're all clear, right, is food service changed to school nutrition, and we took some of those additional responsibilities. We updated paraprofessional,
Yeah.
paid, and just wanna make sure that we're doing those right.
Right. So some of these costs go to more than a 5%, if it was adjusting to get them caught up.
Right.
Right, but everyone's going to see at least a 5%,
Correct.
right?
Alright, there's been a motion and a second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed would be nay. That is approved. Item B is review and approve the 23-24 teacher compensation.
We are looking at the salary schedule with a 5% increase. I know there were some questions in regards to, with that bottom cell, would everybody be at least at 4%? I think that was a question that had been posed. So we did go through and look at all of the cells, and we have determined that all of the cells will be at least at a 4% increase if we go with the 5% model for 23-24.
Does that take in consideration the 0.5% when we shrunk the calendar, or not?
This would be for the 190 days.
Yes, this would be.
So then there's that 0.5% that all of them get from when we went from 192 to 90.
It's not included in this calculation,
Right.
but verbally saying it, yep.
Okay.
So with this 5%, this is 5% baseline per se, not 5% each cell.
Correct.
But each cell is getting a minimum of a 4%.
And yeah, the step movement along with the increase, 5% increase, all cells will be at least 4% increase in total.
Lynn, what's your wishes?
That letter said nothing about steps or whatever, it just said 4%.
Set steps and release needed.
According to legal, what we're entitled to is at least a 4%, no less than 4%. And that's why we sat and
We're
went,
doing that.
that's why we sat and went through every cell to make sure, and by we, I mean, I just came in at the curtail, but they had done all the math to ensure that it was at least 4%.
So I'd like to make a motion to approve the teacher compensation for the 2023-24
At 5%.
at 5%.
I'll second it.
I'm gonna give that to Jan. Any further discussion?
I just wanna confirm, is that the right number? 5% or 4%?
It's a 5% increase, but we're just ensuring that all the cells will
Have
at least a
4%.
minimum of 4%.
But it's
Yeah, that's, yeah, I think the other thing that would be important here is that just for awareness, I mean, a lot of hard work went into this and looking into it. Nothing's gonna be perfect, so not everybody's gonna be happy, I'm sure, but it's a step in the right direction, hopefully people see that.
I hope so too.
Good work. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed would be nay. That is approved. Item 10 is our next regular board meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023 at 6:30 PM in the district office conference room. With that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn into executive session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 1985-1A, deliberating concerning a case which is subject of any judicial or quasi-judicial trial or hearing before that governmental body. C, concerning employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility, individual contracts.
Make a motion to go into executive session.
Motion by Kaisa,
I'll second.
second by Jan, roll call, Craig?
Yep.
Jan?
Yes.
Kaisa?
Yes.
Corey? And myself is yes. Thank you, everybody.